If you are a woman traversing the milestone of your 60th year and beyond, I implore you to grant me your undivided attention. The information I am about to disclose possesses the profound potential to completely revolutionize your relationship with your own body, to fundamentally reshape your daily energy levels, and to profoundly amplify your inner confidence for all the remarkable years that lie ahead. In my extensive practice, I have encountered far too many incredible women who have resigned themselves to a quiet acceptance of pervasive fatigue, the unpredictable tumult of hormonal imbalances, and a gradually diminishing sense of their own intrinsic vibrancy, believing these are simply the unavoidable consequences of the passage of time. They often attribute these feelings to their chronological age, concluding with a sigh that their body is naturally, and perhaps irreversibly, slowing down its intricate operations. But permit me to offer you an alternative, more empowering perspective. What if the fundamental issue is not the number of candles on your birthday cake? What if, instead, the root cause is a crucial void on your dinner plate? My name is Dr. Lily Stones. With a career spanning more than 3 decades as a physician deeply committed to the multifaceted realm of women's health, I have witnessed this same narrative unfold countless times. I have seen exceptional women of immense strength and character, experiencing a deceleration in their lives. This is not a result of them doing something incorrectly, but rather because they are, through no fault of their own, unknowingly deprived of the very foundational nutrients their bodies desperately require to flourish, particularly after the age of 60. The truly wonderful news is that the solution does not reside in a labyrinth of complicated dietary supplements or prohibitively expensive and often invasive medical treatments. In fact, the answer may be nestled within 5 astonishingly simple vegetables. Commonplace, everyday foods fortified by rigorous scientific research, each possessing the unique ability to support robust blood flow, encourage delicate hormonal equilibrium, and reawaken that profound sense of vitality which so many women have been led to believe they have irrevocably lost. And if you graciously choose to remain with me until the conclusion of this discussion, I will also reveal the single, specific vegetable I consistently recommend consuming before retiring to bed, as it masterfully supports the body's overnight restorative processes, enabling you to awaken feeling discernibly lighter, mentally sharper, and more authentically yourself. Therefore, if you feel prepared to embark upon the inaugural step toward reclaiming your innate strength and revitalizing your energy, I encourage you to proceed and tap the subscribe button, as well as activate the notification bell. Here on our channel, Elderwear Wellness, I am dedicated to sharing practical, evidence-based guidance meticulously tailored for women just like you. Your voice, your experiences, and your wisdom are invaluable components of this community. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below at any time. Now, let us delve into the core of our subject. The items we will discuss are not exotic, difficult to source superfoods or exorbitantly priced powders shrouded in marketing hype. These are authentic, familiar vegetables readily available at any local grocery store. Yet, when incorporated with mindful intention, they possess the remarkable capacity to collaborate with your unique biology, rather than working in opposition to it. Let us commence our exploration with one of the most frequently overlooked, yet incredibly potent, vegetables for cultivating boundless energy: beets. Beets may present a simple, humble appearance, but they represent one of nature's most well-guarded secrets when it comes to amplifying energy levels through the enhancement of circulatory efficiency. I wish to share with you the story of a woman I had the privilege of treating, whose name was Susan. At 68, Susan was a retired librarian, a woman of sharp wit, profound wisdom, and a heart full of generosity. However, she entered my office one afternoon with a palpable sense of defeat and confessed, "Dr. Stones, I simply don't feel like myself anymore. I adhere to a healthy diet. I engage in regular exercise, but I feel dim." That particular word resonated deeply with me. Dim. It was a perfect, poignant encapsulation of what I have heard from so many women over the decades. A quiet, gradual fading of the internal spark they once felt so brightly. Here is the essence of what I explained to Susan, and what I am eager for you to understand as well. Your daily energy is not merely a function of your sleep quality, it is intrinsically linked to the efficacy of your circulation. Furthermore, your circulation is wholly dependent on how effectively your blood is able to transport vital oxygen and essential nutrients to every corner of your body. Beets are densely packed with naturally occurring nitrates, which are chemical compounds that your body ingeniously converts into a molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide serves as a vasodilator, a substance that helps to widen and relax your blood vessels, thereby creating a smoother, less resistant pathway for blood to flow. Enhanced circulation translates directly into a more abundant supply of oxygen for your muscles, your brain, and your skin. This, in turn, manifests as increased physical energy, heightened mental clarity, and a healthier, more radiant complexion. This is not mere conjecture or anecdotal theory. A wealth of studies, including those published and archived by the prestigious National Institutes of Health, UNANCAC, have conclusively demonstrated that dietary nitrates, such as those abundantly found in beets, can significantly improve overall vascular health and contribute to lower blood pressure, a benefit particularly pronounced in older adults. As we chronologically advance, our body's natural production of nitric oxide begins to decline. This physiological shift is one of the primary reasons why fatigue and cognitive brain fog become increasingly common companions. Beets, however, serve as a natural bridge, helping to replenish this crucial gap. My standard recommendation is to consume half a glass of beet juice 3 to 4 times per week for rapid and noticeable support. For those who prefer to consume whole foods, roasted or steamed beets, elegantly finished with a drizzle of high-quality olive oil, are an outstanding option. The presence of olive oil facilitates a more efficient absorption of the fat, soluble nutrients contained within the beets. Some women discover that blending beets with apples or a piece of fresh ginger creates a naturally invigorating and delicious smoothie. Susan embraced this advice with sincere commitment. When she returned for a follow-up appointment 6 weeks later, her entire demeanor had transformed. She appeared brighter, not just in a physical sense, but emotionally as well. She shared, "I never expected that something so seemingly small could make me feel so profoundly me again." This is the inherent power of targeted, intelligent nutrition. It is not about a quick fix or a miraculous cure, but about providing your body with the precise support it needs to function as it was ingeniously designed to. Now, while energy is a critical piece of the puzzle, what about the foundational pillars of hormonal balance and skeletal strength, the very bedrock of resilience in your 60s, 70s, and beyond? This question leads us directly to our next featured vegetable, spinach. Spinach is often relegated to the simple category of a salad green, but in my professional view, it is a powerful symbol of equilibrium, fortitude, and profound inner stability, especially for women navigating the post-menopausal phase of life. I vividly recall my work with Elanina, a 72-year-old grandmother who possessed a razor-sharp intellect and a wonderfully open heart. She confided in me, "My days are a roller coaster. One day I feel perfectly fine, and the next I'm completely drained of energy. It frightens me. I desperately want to be able to keep up with my grandchildren. I don't want to feel fragile." This is a fear I hear echoed frequently in my practice. In Elanina's situation, a single simple dietary modification made a world of difference. Intentionally adding spinach to her daily meals. Spinach is extraordinarily rich in magnesium, a vital mineral that is a cofactor in over 300 biochemical processes within your body, ranging from calming the central nervous system to regulating your mood and sleep cycles. Moreover, magnesium is instrumental in helping your body properly absorb calcium and in activating vitamin K, both of which are indispensable for maintaining healthy bone density. All of these functions become especially critical after menopause, when the statistical risk for both osteoporosis and significant mood shifts demonstrably increases. In fact, according to extensive data from the Office of Dietary Supplements at the NIH, a significant percentage of older women do not meet their recommended daily intake of magnesium, and simply correcting this deficiency can lead to improvements in sleep quality, a reduction in anxiety, and even relief from muscle cramps. Spinach is also an exceptional source of folate, a B vitamin that is deeply involved in maintaining brain health and supporting neurotransmitter production. Folate assists your brain in the synthesis of serotonin and dopamine, which are your body's natural mood-regulating chemicals. Deficiencies in folate have been scientifically linked to increased fatigue and a higher incidence of depression, particularly among older women. And the benefits do not cease there. Spinach also contains a variety of potent compounds that actively reduce inflammation and protect the delicate lining of your blood vessels, thereby supporting the health of your heart, your brain, and your overall energy systems. Elenina began with small, manageable steps. She started adding a handful of fresh spinach to her morning eggs, stirred it generously into her lunchtime soups, and blended it into her afternoon smoothies with almond milk and a banana. There was nothing extreme about her approach, just consistent, gentle, and mindful choices. 2 months later, she was a transformed woman. "I feel so much steadier," she reported to me, a newfound confidence in her voice. "It's like I'm not so easily knocked off center anymore. I feel like myself again." This is the subtle magic of real, whole food. Spinach may not be the most glamorous vegetable, but it provides your body with the fundamental building blocks it requires to stand tall, strong, and resilient, one delicious forkful at a time. Now, we have addressed the critical aspects of circulation and hormones, but what about the health of your heart and arteries? The very lifelines that sustain every single system within your body. There is one more vegetable I am eager to share with you that supports longevity in a truly special and powerful way. It is strong, it is highly aromatic, and it is very likely already residing in your kitchen. Let us continue where we left off, focusing on a humble yet powerful root that has been quietly and steadfastly supporting women's health for countless generations: garlic. Garlic may not exude an aura of glamour. It is undeniably bold. It has a tendency to linger on your breath, and it is all too often relegated to the role of a mere seasoning rather than being celebrated as a star ingredient. Yet, concealed beneath that pungent, unmistakable aroma lies one of nature's most effective and reliable allies for protecting your heart, bolstering your circulation, and even calming systemic inflammation. One of my long-standing patients, a wonderful woman named Margaret, aged 74, once jested with me, "Dr. Stones, are you genuinely suggesting that garlic is going to make me feel young again? That's what my mother used to give me whenever I had a cold." We both shared a laugh, but I nodded earnestly and replied, "Yes, Margaret, I am." And your mother was likely onto something far more profound than she even realized. You see, garlic contains a remarkable compound known as allicin. This sulfurous compound is responsible for both the characteristic smell and the immense power behind garlic's well-documented healing properties. Allicin plays a crucial role in helping to relax blood vessels, which can contribute to the reduction of arterial plaque buildup and a significant improvement in overall blood flow. This becomes especially important as our arteries naturally tend to stiffen as we age. For women over the age of 60, this makes garlic an exceptionally valuable support for maintaining robust cardiovascular health, which is a factor that is deeply and inextricably tied to overall vitality and well-being. A multitude of scientific studies, including those prominently published in esteemed peer-reviewed journals like the Journal of Nutrition, have consistently shown that regular intake of either garlic supplements or fresh garlic can effectively help to lower blood pressure, support a healthy cholesterol balance, and improve circulatory function. This is not solely about heart health in isolation. It's about cultivating better energy, achieving sharper brain function, and even enjoying an improved skin tone, all thanks to the benefits of enhanced circulation. But the remarkable properties of garlic extend far beyond supporting your heart. It is also a powerfully effective anti-inflammatory food. And as you are likely aware, chronic, low-grade inflammation is situated at the very root of many age-related health concerns, encompassing everything from persistent fatigue and joint stiffness to a decline in immune system function. Garlic helps to quell that internal fire. When Margaret decided to give garlic a concerted try, I offered her a simple but crucial tip. Chop 1 or 2 cloves and allow them to sit exposed to the air for approximately 10 minutes before eating or cooking with them. This waiting period is critical because it activates the allicin, thereby making its health benefits substantially more potent. She began incorporating garlic into her meals several times a week, sautéing it with leafy greens, stirring it into hearty soups, and even blending it raw into her homemade salad dressings. Approximately 6 weeks later, she returned to my office with a noticeable twinkle in her eye. "My daughter says I seem lighter." She smiled. "Not just in my body, but in my spirit." That is the profound impact garlic can have when it is utilized with purpose, not as a fleeting trend, but as a gentle, consistent nudge to help your body function in the optimal way it was always intended to. Next, let us shift our focus to something considerably quieter, a vegetable that does not command attention with its bold flavor or vibrant flair. However, this next vegetable may prove to be your secret ally if you find yourself struggling with persistent bloating, puffiness, or that deeply uncomfortable sense of heaviness that can shadow you throughout your day. Let us discuss celery. Celery is a vegetable that is frequently and unfairly underestimated. It is often perceived as nothing more than a crunchy sidekick, a convenient vehicle for dips, or a low-calorie filler in chicken salad. But for women navigating their 60s and beyond, it can quietly and effectively support digestive comfort, maintain proper fluid balance, and even positively influence your mood. I distinctly remember my first meeting with Carol, a vibrant 66-year-old retired teacher. She entered my office and declared, "Dr. Stones, I feel so puffy, as if I'm constantly carrying around an extra, invisible version of myself, and it is completely wearing me down." She was not overeating, nor was she leading an inactive lifestyle. But she felt profoundly uncomfortable in her own skin. And she was certainly not alone in this experience. A great many women of her age encounter issues with water retention and low-grade systemic inflammation as their hormones continue to shift and their metabolism naturally slows. Celery is particularly beneficial in this context because it is exceptionally rich in potassium, a crucial electrolyte that plays a pivotal role in regulating the body's fluid balance. It also functions as a natural diuretic, gently assisting the body in releasing excess water without depleting it of other essential nutrients, a common side effect of pharmaceutical diuretics. But that is far from the whole story. Celery also contains apigenin, a plant-based flavonoid that possesses calming and anti-inflammatory properties. Apigenin has even been the subject of scientific studies exploring its potential to support mood and reduce feelings of anxiety by modulating neurotransmitter activity within the brain. And here is a fascinating detail. The very crunch of celery actually matters from a physiological standpoint. The act of chewing crunchy foods stimulates your vagus nerve, which is a key component of your body's parasympathetic nervous system, its relaxation system. This stimulation can help to shift your body out of a state of stress, the fight or flight response, and into a more balanced, restorative state, rest and digest, which is important for everything from proper digestion to enhanced emotional resilience. Carol started with small, manageable changes. She began adding celery to her morning green juice. She swapped out salty afternoon snacks for celery sticks paired with almond butter, and she even started incorporating it into her soups and stir-fries. After approximately 4 weeks, she reported feeling noticeably lighter, both physically and mentally. "It's a subtle change," she confided, "but I'm no longer dragging myself through the afternoon, and my jeans are fitting better." For me, that's saying something significant. Celery may not be a flashy vegetable, but it works in beautiful harmony with your body's natural rhythms, supporting detoxification pathways, calming inflammation, and helping you to feel just a little bit more like your true self with every satisfying crunch. Now, if you have been searching for something that can simultaneously support your skin's radiance, your immune system's strength, and your brain's clarity, this next vegetable might come as a pleasant surprise. Most people instinctively think of it as a food for vision, but its benefits extend much, much further. Let's talk about carrots. Carrots are indeed most famously associated with maintaining eye health and it is true that they provide excellent support for vision. However, their beneficial properties go far beyond that single function. One of my patients, Diane, was 71 years old when she first came to see me. She was a retired artist with a gentle, creative spirit, and she said something that struck a profound chord. "Dr. Stones, I look in the mirror these days, and I don't recognize the person looking back at me. I miss the glow I used to have." That moment was so poignant because it perfectly captured a quiet longing that so many of the women I work with carry within them. A desire not merely to look vibrant, but to truly feel vibrant once again. Carrots are exceptionally high in beta-carotene, an antioxidant that your body skillfully converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A plays a pivotal role in the process of skin cell turnover, which is essential for helping to replace dull, aging skin cells with fresher, more resilient, and more elastic layers. It also aids in the repair of bodily tissues and helps to counteract the oxidative damage caused by environmental factors like sun exposure, pollution, and internal stress. Furthermore, carrots are a rich source of vitamin C, another crucial nutrient that directly supports the body's production of collagen. Collagen is the primary structural protein that is critical for maintaining the skin's firmness and elasticity, especially as we age and its natural production wanes. But there is still more. Carrots also serve to bolster your immune system by supporting the health of the mucous membranes in your lungs and digestive tract, which act as your body's first line of defense against invading pathogens. And their high fiber content is instrumental in helping to regulate blood sugar levels, which in turn reduces systemic inflammation and prevents the energy crashes that can so easily derail your day. For Diane, the transformation was gentle but utterly unmistakable. She began eating raw carrots as an afternoon snack and made a habit of roasting them with her evening meal. After a few weeks of this consistent practice, she noticed that her skin felt softer and significantly less dry. But more importantly, she shared with me, "I feel more alive in my body again, like I'm actively re-entering my own life instead of just observing it from the sidelines." That is the incredible, transformative power that real food can wield. Not in an instant, not overnight, but steadily, consistently, and lovingly. But we are not yet finished. You have now been introduced to 5 potent daytime vegetables. Yet, there is one more that I unfailingly recommend to my patients, particularly for consumption in the evening. It is the vegetable I affectionately refer to as the bedtime alley, because of the truly beautiful way it supports your body's functions while you sleep. Let us now explore the final, and perhaps most uniquely timed, vegetable on our list of food that works quietly and diligently while you rest, supporting your hormones, your digestion, and your cognitive clarity during the most vital hours of your body's recovery cycle. Asparagus. I want to introduce you to Helen, a 75-year-old retired accountant, a woman who was polished, thoughtful, and deeply reflective. One afternoon, after we had reviewed her routine lab work, she looked at me and said something that has remained with me ever since. "Dr. Stones," she began softly, "I just want to feel sharp again. Like my mind and my body are still on the same team." That simple yet profound sentence perfectly captured a deep, seated longing that I have heard expressed by countless women, especially those in their 70s and beyond. They are not necessarily unwell or even overtly tired. They simply feel dull, less present, less like their former selves, and increasingly disconnected from the vibrant, reliable energy they once took for granted. Here is the essential information that I explained to Helen, and which I am eager to share with you now. As we age, the nighttime hours assume an even greater importance than ever before. It is during the cycles of deep sleep that your body performs its most critical work. It resets its systems, it repairs damaged tissues, it rebalances hormones, and it clears away the mental clutter accumulated throughout the day. But in order for this powerful healing wave to occur efficiently, your body requires a specific set of nutrients in the evening hours. This is precisely where asparagus enters the picture. Asparagus is exceptionally rich in folate, a B vitamin that is absolutely crucial for brain health, mood regulation, and the complex process of DNA repair. It also contains a significant amount of glutathione, which is widely regarded as one of the body's most powerful. Master. Antioxidants. Glutathione helps to protect your cells from the damaging effects of oxidative stress, which is a key contributor to the brain fog, memory lapses, and general fatigue so commonly experienced by older adults. But perhaps most importantly, asparagus is a wonderful source of prebiotic fiber, specifically a type of fiber that serves as nourishment for your gut's healthy bacteria. Why is this so significant? Because your gut microbiome, the trillions of beneficial microbes that reside in your digestive tract, plays a direct and influential role in the function of your immune system, your hormonal balance, and even your emotional state. Scientists now frequently refer to the gut as the second brain, and for very good reason. There is also a lesser, known but equally important benefit. Asparagus contains compounds known as phytoestrogens, which are gentle plant-based substances that can help support hormonal equilibrium in post-menopausal women. Unlike synthetic hormones, these natural compounds work in gentle harmony with your body, offering subtle support at a time when natural estrogen levels have declined. I suggested that Helen begin adding steamed or lightly sauteed asparagus to her dinner 2 to 3 times per week. I emphasized no heavy sauces and no overcooking. Just simple. Whole asparagus spears with a light drizzle of extra virgin olive oil to enhance the absorption of its nutrients. When she returned for her next appointment 6 weeks later, I noticed a palpable change in her before she even uttered a word. Her eyes were brighter, her posture was more relaxed and open, and her voice seemed more grounded and confident. She smiled and said, "I've been sleeping more deeply. I wake up with more energy. It's not a dramatic, overnight miracle, but I genuinely feel like I'm refueling again, not just getting through the night." That is the essence of what restorative nutrition is all about. It is not about a dramatic, life-altering overhaul. It is a gentle return, a quiet and loving realignment between your biology and your conscious intention to feel well. Asparagus may not be a flashy, headline-grabbing vegetable, but it provides foundational support for the very systems that carry you through the next day with strength and clarity, starting with the quality of your sleep. So, to briefly recap our discussion, we have now explored 6 remarkable vegetables, each one uniquely supportive of a woman's vitality after the age of 60. And when considered together, they cover the full, comprehensive spectrum of what your body most needs: enhanced circulation, dedicated hormonal support, renewed bone strength, improved digestive ease, fortified immune resilience, and profound overnight restoration. But before we conclude, I want to make something abundantly clear. You do not need to change everything in your life overnight. This journey is not about achieving perfection. It is about making progress. It is about giving your body small, consistent, positive signals through food, through consistency, through compassionate care, that you are still here, that you are still listening to its needs, and that you are still deeply committed to living your life fully. And that entire process begins with just one single step. Perhaps that step for you will be incorporating beets into your morning smoothie to spark your energy. Or maybe it will be stirring spinach into your eggs to promote better sleep and a more stable mood. Perhaps it will be roasting garlic with your dinner, replacing salty snacks with crisp celery sticks, choosing carrots for glowing skin, or embracing asparagus as your dedicated nighttime ally. Choose one. Just one. And start there. Because here is the undeniable truth I have learned after 3 decades dedicated to women's health: your body has not given up on you. It is waiting. It is listening. And when you begin to nourish it with true intention, it responds with newfound clarity, with renewed strength, and with a revitalized sense of self that extends far beyond the surface. You have now been introduced to 6 profoundly powerful vegetables. Each one serves as a gentle, natural tool meticulously designed to support your health and amplify your vitality after 60. These are not trendy, fleeting superfoods or supplements with unpronounceable names. They are real, everyday, accessible vegetables, foods that your body inherently recognizes, foods that instinctively know how to work with you, not against you. Let us take a brief moment to reflect on the key takeaways we have covered. We began with beets, your natural energy amplifier. Beets work to improve your circulation by increasing nitric oxide levels, which helps to efficiently deliver oxygen to your muscles, your brain, and your skin. This translates to more sustainable energy, greater mental clarity, and less of that sluggish, foggy sensation that can insidiously creep into your days as you age. Then, we explored spinach, a humble leafy green that quietly and powerfully supports both hormonal balance and bone health. With its rich reserves of magnesium, folate, and vitamin K, spinach helps to stabilize your mood, protect your skeletal structure, and nourish your entire nervous system. 3 essential pillars of well-being that become even more critical in your 60s and beyond. We then moved on to garlic, the great cardiovascular protector. Garlic's potent compound, allicin, supports the health and flexibility of your blood vessels, aids in reducing plaque buildup, and helps to calm systemic inflammation, which is a major contributing factor in everything from chronic fatigue to joint stiffness. After that, we discussed celery, the gentle debloating helper. Rich in potassium and hydrating fiber, celery gently eases water retention, soothes the digestive process, and helps you to feel lighter and more comfortable in your own body, all without resorting to drastic measures. Then we met carrots, nature's own support for radiant skin and robust immunity. Packed with beta-carotene and vitamin C, carrots help to repair and rejuvenate skin from within, promote essential collagen production, and fortify your body's natural defenses so you not only feel better, but also look more vibrant and radiant too. And finally, we covered asparagus, the indispensable bedtime ally. This humble stalk supports your body's overnight hormone regulation, provides crucial fuel for your gut's beneficial bacteria, and delivers a dose of glutathione and folate to aid in enhancing brain clarity and promoting deeper, more restorative sleep. Together, these 6 vegetables touch upon nearly every system that profoundly affects how you feel as a woman. Over 6 go to your circulation, your bones, your digestion, your skin, your energy, your mood, and your sleep. Now, I understand that this may feel like a great deal of information to absorb all at once. So, please allow me to offer you the single most important piece of advice that I give to every woman I have the privilege of working with. You do not have to change everything to change something. Start small. Pick the one vegetable that spoke to you most directly. Perhaps it was garlic, because you have been feeling concerned about your heart health, or beets, because your energy levels are not what they used to be, or maybe asparagus if restorative sleep has become elusive. Then commit to trying it, not just once, not just tomorrow, but regularly, consistently, and gently. Allow your body to build a new, positive relationship with that food, and as you begin to feel better, as the puffiness subsides, as the energy gradually returns, as the mirror begins to reflect a little more light in your eyes, you can then consider adding another. Let this be a process of nourishment, not one of restriction. A joyful reconnection with your own health, not a punishment for your age. Because here is something I want you to remember and hold dear: your body is not broken, it is wise, it is resilient, and it is still profoundly capable of experiencing joy, vitality, and strength. You have likely been told the opposite, that aging inevitably means settling, slowing down, and shrinking. But I have personally witnessed women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s come roaring back to life, not through gimmicks or quick fixes, but through intention, through care, and through the power of real food. And now, I would be delighted to hear from you. Which of these 6 remarkable vegetables will you try first? What part of this message resonated most deeply with you? Please leave a comment below. I make it a point to read every single one, and your stories and insights help to shape the next important conversations we will have together. And if this message touched your heart or helped you feel seen and understood, please consider tapping the like button and sharing this video with another woman in your life who might need to hear it. You never truly know what a single piece of advice or encouragement can unlock for someone else. Most importantly, I want you to know that this is not the end. This is your beginning. Let's walk forward on this path together. I'm Dr. Lily Stones, and I am truly honored to be a part of your journey. Until next time, be well, stay curious, and please always remember you are not alone.